Hey everybody, it's Koya the Unicorn here with your Unikoy Intuition. So, what's going on, guys? Um, I have been doing this for a few years now, and I decided to take it to another platform. So, I've been doing the readings on IG, and they went really well. I did it for about a year. And I basically just was a little scary. And I was like, it's time to do YouTube. Let me go ahead and just get on this platform. I'm going to try a couple of little different things when I am creating the videos. I may do one screen. I may show y'all the cards. Everybody really has a different preference. But what I do want to say is this is for entertainment value only. I read the cards, but I get messages and channel messages. So sometimes the cards are really just to continue the story or to visual as well. And what else? Before I'm going to do a general read. And then what I will do is start doing the breakdowns of the zodiac signs, probably for the week. So those will be popping up along the way. You guys want to donate to the channel, you can hit my Venmo or the link for Square donations. I also do private readings. You guys can email me, unikoy.intuition@gmail.com. And other than that, nice to meet you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share, and comment. I will respond to your comments. Also, no, I think that's it. I do meditate and pray before I come on video. Sometimes I will shuffle in the video, sometimes I won't. I don't know. Depends. Haven't decided how I feel. I'm probably going to switch it up because I get bored. But I hope you guys enjoy it. And you can click the little bell when you subscribe so you can get notifications for the other videos. All cards are crazy. All turned around. These are, I will probably add it to the link at the bottom. These are the still casters. Well, this was my first deck, but I still really enjoyed this deck. I did give it a break and I have some other cool decks to show. And you guys can let me know like what you think about the setup. Like, do you guys prefer face? Do you guys prefer hands, just a reading? Do you guys prefer monthly readings versus the weekly or daily readings? I'm trying to see if I can pull some cards for the collective. Hope you guys enjoy my style. I do curse sometimes. I might make adult jokes. Um, yeah, that's about it. Also, I don't really follow spreads all the time. Um, Sometimes I just read the cards and that they kind of fall out. I do start with a spread, but I don't always. So we got Ace of Cups. Also, along the way, I will definitely be sharing information. I'll be sharing information about myself. I have a lot of random skill sets. And so I will probably be sharing that with you guys along the way. So we got the Ace of Cups, which is water energy. Two of Pentacles. Pentacles is Earth. And the Death card in reverse. So I know everybody was really nervous about the Death card. I don't. It's just definitely birth, okay? I also do not linger too long if it's something negative. I would try to probably redirect and meditate on that energy, but it would still come up, because it's life. As you can see, I like a lot of color. So the Ace of Cups, maybe this is past energy, because right now 3 cards fell out, so it could be past, present, future. But Ace of Cups is basically filling out of emotions, overflowing of emotions, right? The Two of Pentacles is the balance card. I always laugh about this card because you're balancing your ships. You're trying to figure out which one's coming in, which one makes sense, right? But one is clearly larger than the other. So it's so funny because you have one big ship and one little ship, and you out there balancing your little coins. You got your one foot up on the log. You done been out there so long, your dog is bringing you lunch. Look at this. Yeah, that's hilarious. There are a lot of people who become unbalanced when the choice is obvious. And what I mean by obvious is like one choice is clearly not in comparison to the other, And there's usually other things tied to that, usually other energies. And then the Death card in reverse. So I sometimes read reversals and sometimes I don't. Usually, if depending on what the story is or what the other cards are, a lot of times it'll make sense either way. But the Death card is a reverse card. It being in the reverse may either mean they are trying to avoid a death, and I don't mean a physical death, I mean like the ending of a cycle, or or this already happened. Okay, so past energy, this is definitely a past energy. Past energy, you were full of emotions, right? Cup is overflowing with emotions. Then you get the Seven of Pentacles, which is planting your seeds. So when you plant your seeds, when you set your intentions, when you set your goals, you have to water it and you have to let it grow, right? This feels like what's happening. This feels like what's been going on with the pandemic. There's so many things going on. So there's a lot of energies right now. And it's difficult. It's difficult to sift through. It's difficult to figure out what the next step is, really. So like I feel like this past energy was really hopeful. It was like, all right, like my cups are full, my goals are planted, my intentions are set. I'm ready to go. But your present energy, and when I mean the general message, whoever this resonates with. I also try not to put too many time stamps as far as like the time in the year. I might put the actual month, but I may not put the year, because when I have found that when you find readings that resonate with you, sometimes they might not even be, they could be years ago, they could be old, but meditate and pray before you search for readers, for messages and things like that. So that way you're setting your intentions as well. And then the universe can bring those energies into you, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is a lot of pentacles. So this is either about money or earth or some earth energy. Also, your birth chart really helps break down who you are, how you relate to things, how you react to things. It's super important that we learn the birth chart that we have, because you are not just your sun sign. So I'm a sun, my Pisces is my sun. And I'm very much aligned with that. But there's this other side that keeps me from being like a full Pisces, which is my Libra moon and my rising or my ascendant sign is Aries. So I'm a little bit feistier than the natural core of a Pisces. So also the death card was in reverse, but also the Hermit card was in reverse. Hermit card, so that means when the Knight of Pentacles, something is coming in, or something is coming out of Hermit mode. So it's like your cups were full, and now you're trying to balance these emotions. You're trying to figure out what to do with these energies, what to bring forward, and how can we avoid ending this cycle. I've set my intentions, and something's coming in. See, this coming after the Seven of Pentacles means something is coming in. Pentacles are coming in. So money, abundance, maybe some stability, like everybody is kind of waiting around to figure out what is going to happen if they don't give any more financial help during this pandemic. People are going to be suffering. People are going to be going through it, or they're going to be going to work before maybe some of them are comfortable. Some people are not comfortable. Me personally, I work in a field with festivals and things like that, so we got completely shut down. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with that. So something was coming in, but if the Hermit mode is in reverse, so you're coming out of possibly feeling stuck. King of Cups. Water energy. There's a lot of cups in Earth. So Pentacles are Earth, but also that is abundance and money. And the King of Cups. The King of Cups is interesting, right? So he doesn't necessarily wear his heart on his sleeve, but he does have emotions, right? He does have empathy. He's able to explain his emotions. This could be just a figure. It could be a male figure, or it could be a female figure that has masculine energy. But if it's the King of Cups, it's not that masculine. Like it's not like overly masculine. A little more balanced. And then the Ace of Pentacles. That's what's coming in. There's two things coming in. Let me see. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is swift movement. Okay? I don't know how that felt like. So if you have the Hermit, the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, something is absolutely coming in, an overflowing of emotions, or maybe somebody was just overwhelmed by everything that was happening. Something is coming is in movement, because the Knight of Swords is very swift. Coming in with some type of message, some type of truth about money or about their King of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles is like the top of your abundance, you know. So that was coming in. Money was coming for somebody. It's Earth and Water energy. Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. It's going out of order, but so the Knight of Cups is in reverse. It's usually a very happy-go-lucky energy, but also kind of like coming in like, if it's in reverse, it's King of Cups. With the King of Cups, there's a lot of cups right here. Something happened with these water energies. Some type of stall. And this was very interesting. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and a Tower in reverse. So there was definitely some type of like disagreement, maybe possibly messages back and forth. That's what they look at. Looks like some type of argument about money. I don't know, that sounds about right. A lot of people going through that. 7 of Swords. So somebody feels left behind or is leaving something behind. Probably this Tower and this death. Because that's the end of some type of cycle. Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse. All right. I'm going to start giving y'all what I think about that. This feels very general. Okay? So, what I mean by general, this feels like us. This feels like the United States, like what we've been going through. I think it's so interesting with the Emperor is in reverse. The Emperor is in reverse, right? Because the Six of Wands came out, which is really like a leader, but like a peer, a community leader. Way more attainable as far as leadership, right? So, and then the Sun card came out, which is an amazing card. It's abundance and being yourself, getting the things you need. I always laugh about this card right here. This card feels so I guess her peers are looking up at her because they see her as a leader, they see her as strong, they should see her as abundant, right? And they're like praising her. But something about this feels like healers. They all have wands. Wands is fire energy. This deck is weird. They kind of fight about whether or not the wands and the swords are air. But I know they go from force deck, so sometimes I read them as the energy lands, right? So the Six of Wands, which I feel like the wands are always like magic or like some type of healing situation. But I think that it's funny that the Emperor is in reverse. The Six of Wands, like your community, your peers, and things like that, being in leadership positions, and the Sun. I have a whole theory about that. If anybody knows about the Age of Aquarius, if you do not know about the Age of Aquarius, research it. It's very interesting. So we're coming out of the Age of Pisces, or already out of the Age of Pisces. Time is a strange concept. So with that, the Age of Aquarius is supposed to be basically the idea of leadership changing and shifting. So instead of necessarily the government controlling everything, it's more about the communities and like minds controlling or running their communities, right? Which is so interesting because of the things that have been going on about just, I mean, we could talk about the policing thing, so situation. So I'm not gonna go into it. Y'all can check out my other platforms for that. But what I am realizing is that people are starting to find their tribe. People are starting to like come across people that do similar things. We have ways of getting into building our network so that we can start maneuvering our lives in a way that we can basically coexist and build with those who really believe what we believe. Because the reality of it is, at this point, we live in a country where everybody's not going to agree with these core values of the place that we stay. So it's very interesting. Let me tell y'all that. Because it's been coming up a lot in my readings. I've been watching some of the other readers, and the energy is interesting when we talk about the pandemic and epidemic and Page of Swords, Page of Wands. I want to clear this energy. I want to use a different deck. So this is the Light Seers. I actually just got this like a week or two ago. The Light Seers Tarot. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom. These cards are so dope. They're so pretty. I really like cards that give me good energy. Like I have, let me see, I can show you. So I have these the Starseed Oracle. Those are really pretty. I have Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Every time I see her, she looks like the girl that played the Queen Princess. I don't know if she was a child, but in Never Ending Story, 80s movie. So that's what she looks like. And then we have these really pretty cards, the shine cards. So yeah, I have a couple of little fun decks. I'm very particular about that because I like my cards to full circle. Any more messages? That really felt like a message to the world. I think everybody needs to continue being safe, use your better judgment. This is no longer a time that I think that we can only rely on. First of all, it's never been that. But some people just what's going on in the government. And I think that you need to look around your neighborhood, look around your surroundings, look around in your family, and make sure you guys are following things that are safe for where you live and who you live with. The thing about the pandemic is it's not so much about you or your health, because honestly, a lot of us do know if we can, if we have a strong immune system or not, right? But we honestly just don't know enough information. And the reality of it is that people come in contact with their grandparents and their parents and they kids, nieces and nephews, cousins, whatever it is, and you don't know what their threshold is. So this really is more like a defensive driving thing with the mask and everything. It's about protecting others from what you may or may not be carrying, because you may or may not know unless you're out here just getting tested, just out here getting swabbed. So, and I'm not saying walk around scared either, because eventually we're going to have to live amongst each other, whether the coronavirus is gone or not. But like, I never realized how self-serving humans could be until I saw people in a panic. And I understand survival mode and things like that. And I'll make jokes about humans all the time, but we just funny concept. Humans are funny concept. King of Pentacles. More Pentacles. Nine of Cups in reverse. So you have the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is cool. I mean, first of all the King of Pentacles are like usually cool in the deck, but this one, he like a little fine little grandfather. Mm-hmm. See his dog. But he's usually somebody that has abundance, is usually stable, can be a little cocky, but they drew him very different. He's super, seems humble, but he is in a personal library. So he's probably like a super rich person, but maybe he just be chilling with the dog, The Nine of Cups was in reverse. See, the Nine of Cups is like right before you get to all your cups, right? To the Ten of Cups, where you have everything you have is it, right? Nine of Cups is usually that moment where you're making that choice, right? You're like, yep, this is it. I'm going to sit in it. it being in reverse. Yeah, well, okay. Well, that's the confirmation. 7 of Cups. Too many choices. Not sure. Unsure. King of Pentacles is unsure. Earth energy, but a lot of cups. Because he's probably in his feelings. Let me tell y'all something. Especially if it's earth energy. They might be in their feelings, but they might not necessarily explain it. You know? So, King of Pentacles and 9 of Cups in reverse. This King of Pentacles got some options. But like the 7 of Pentacles, I mean, the 7 of Cups is interesting because the 7 of Cups to me is like delete. See the fog? So there's got all these choices. And you're like, I don't know which you want to go to because I see the fog and it's so cloudy and I have so many choices, but I'm just so unsure where to go. Well, yeah, if you're walking in the fog, you're not going to be sure where you go. That's absolutely true. What I try to tell people when I do readings and things like that, when they have that type of energy, write it down. I know like it's cheap, but like the pros and cons list work. It works. So we got the devil in reverse again. So that's interesting. So we had the death card, the hermit card in reverse, the death in reverse, the tower in reverse. This still feels like the other story. Could be a whole nother. It could just be about the King of Pentacles. So the devil in reverse. Well, the devil in reverse is good. So maybe we're coming over some toxic energies. The devil card really just means toxic energy, addiction, of any sort. Like remember, guys, like you can have an addictive personality. So when you have that, what it looks like is you can pretty much be addicted to anything. Video games, sugar, going out, sleeping with people, drugs, alcohol, the regulars. But we don't really think about addiction being things that are like that, like regular things or everyday things, right? Some people are super obsessive. And then the 5 of Swords in reverse. And then the Chariot, which is fast moving, also Cancer energy, but fast movement, right? Either physically moving towards something or actually moving, like moving to another place, or physically moving your energy towards somebody, right? Because if you got the 5 of Swords in reverse, like this person is coming out of healing. This King of Pentacles is coming out of healing. So like look at it this way, right? So look, you have this guy, this King of Pentacles was feeling distraught. Like it was cloudy. He's like, I don't know which one to choose. I'm not sure which one to go with. Mostly because remember this was in reverse. So remember the devil was in reverse. But look at what I just said. Look at this. Look at that. So look at this distraught face in the corner of the devil card. And he's like, come with me. I'm the devil, right? I'm fine. My body's out. My hair popping. Pantene Pro V out here. You know what I'm saying? And what I really read that as is this person, the reason that they just, oh my God. And then the 5 is like, look how like stressed out. But this is in reverse. So I think we're coming out of that. I think he's coming, this guy is coming out of that field. And he is making a decision about that. Because I can't tell what the issue is. Yeah. The chariot. Just the chariot here for the Queen of Wands. So that's fire energy or somebody who's a little magical. It's a dope card. Somebody that's a little magical, but somebody that can be stern, somebody that can manifest things. Um, Fire energy, but that could be any energy because we have a million different signs in our birth chart, right? So it's just about the energy. Does that energy feel that way? Don't get so caught up in the signs that you miss those energies. Don't get so caught up in the men and the women on the cards, or when people say man and woman, because really what we mean, especially in this community, like we mean masculine and feminine energies. You can be male and female and still have both of those. We should have both of them, and they should be in balance. They're not. You know what that looks like. So the chariot. So this King of Pentacles is going toward this Queen of Wands. Or there's a Queen of Wands helping out the King of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. It's usually working. That's a really cool card. Lots of cool cards. But that's right here. Your present, this person's present energy. Oh, maybe the Queen of Wands was the devil. Maybe that's what they got rid of. Because Three of Pentacles is usually kind of like working on something that you're not. You're just stuck. As in rebirth. That's what's coming from the end of a cycle. The sun in reverse. Yeah. Oh my God. Yo, whoever this Queen of Wands was with this King of Pentacles, this was toxic. Because I'm going to say they broke up. Or they are no longer speaking to each other. Because the sun is in reverse, right? This Queen of Wands. Like that energy. I mean, I love that card. The card is there. But I think that's the cycle that they're ending. So either this person or situation is coming into their emotions again, because you got the Queen of Cups. She looks super calm. Super calm. Mm-hmm. It's end of a cycle. It's the weird. So I definitely think there was some turmoil in the past, and this person couldn't get out of their little funk. They were kind of stuck, worried about everything. And then I think they decided to look into themselves and look into those emotions and putting those emotions out because they would definitely had some choices around them, but nothing was happening. So there had to be a death. So this person looks like they mentally chose to let go of whatever was holding them back, and because they did that, they have a new cycle coming. So the human in the world, yeah, that's just clarifying really the other reading we did that. And the lovers, okay, that's what I was waiting for. I was like, what is this situation? I don't know what the thing is. Like, I was like, is it a love relationship? Is it a business relationship? That's so funny. According to me, sitting on these things. My sister decided to help me get out of my quarantine funk because being stuck in the house, my hair was looking crazy. So anyway, so yes, so this person decided to go inside, go and meditate, go manifest, go and clear that trauma up, and because of that, they have a new cycle coming. Because of that, they are coming out of that hermit mode, right? And the Lover's card came out. So I'm going to assume this person has now made a choice from all the little froggy cups they were trying to choose from, right? Temperance in reverse. Also, Sag energy, but temperance in reverse. So no more patience. So you don't have to have any patience anymore. Oh, you do. It. Oh, it's took a time for it's explaining. Yeah, because there's a lot of swords again. And the four, so it's a lot of swords out here. Okay. So he was running out of patience with this relationship with the Queen of Wands. Somebody decided to walk away. One person decided to walk away. They maybe felt betrayed. That was a female. And this Knight of Swords is running to his bike. But I don't know if he's running towards the one that's in the Lover's card or is it a new lover? Is this where all the choices are? And then Four of Swords. This is an interesting Four of Swords. Where's the book? So they have two different explanations. They have a light seer, a time of deep rest and transmutation of shadow. Actually, a lot of people, I was going to say this whole reading felt like shadow work. not recognizing the dangers of a burnout, self-care. So the reason this person probably could not make a decision and it probably had fogginess is because they're not taking care of themselves. I understand that. Sometimes we get caught up in the hustle bustle of things, even in quarantine. Whether whatever that means. Whether that means you had to shift your business, you had to start teaching your kids. It could be anything, right? But self care, we do not take care of we do not necessarily have the opportunity to always take care of ourselves as humans who are providing things like that. And usually what happens is we get kind of foggy when that happens. If you're not thinking clear, if you're not, trying to Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. That's what we started with. That's the end of the reading. In reverse. So someone is either just really been struggling, trying to get their money together, trying to choose their partner. And honestly, I will say this. If you are still in quarantine, use this time to work on yourself. And I really mean that. Like, work on yourself. Because we won't ever really have this opportunity to take care of ourselves. People are so busy. Some people just don't have time. Some people forget. Some people forget to eat. Like, if I'm doing readings or something like that, I don't always remember to eat. Like, and sometimes I don't need to because sometimes it'll make me sleepy. But that's about self-care. I'm going to get some messages to see what kind of advice could we give collective on that general reading. Now I'm like, oh, it's gonna be interesting to see if it comes up in the other reads that I do. Like, so what's gonna be interesting is it gonna come up in the other reading that I do? I don't know. No. Mm. Sorry, guys. I get distracted. So, these are really pretty. So side note, I'm also a creative consultant. So I have a bachelor's in graphic design. I have a master's in special education. So when I see certain things, I clearly like resonate with the awesomeness of these packages, brother. Look at this packaging. Look at this. I'm a package fanatic. Like this. Beautiful. So I'm gonna pull some oracle cards. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can tell when I'm coming on. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world. Your reality is your reflection of your inner world. Now that's interesting because right when I was talking about self care, right? And then that comes out. Honestly, that's a great card. Because that happens a lot. Like people don't understand that it doesn't matter how you present yourself on the outside, right? I guarantee if you got things that are unattended, loose strings, trauma, um, it comes out in your day. It comes out at your job. It comes out with your kids. It comes out. Sometimes it comes out by accident. But we have to be more responsible in to attending to those things, right? Like when I'm not good, my room is a mess. My room gets real chaotic. And I don't mean not good, like if I'm busy, if I'm preoccupied, if anything, when I'm like really not good, like if I'm feeling like I'm a little off, like I'm in a dark space, like, yo, I want to be crazy. But that's what we do is like our outside world manifests and really showcases what we're not dealing with. Believe in yourself and unleash your inner unicorn. I did not pull that on purpose. That was funny. It's such a cool card. So if you guys don't follow me on IG on Unikoy Intuition or my actual regular page, which is Koya Unicorn 81. How cute! So anybody that knows me knows that I have been for the last 2 years been wearing multicolored hair. So I have had like white and multicolored that was kind of like a white unicorn. I've had blue and purples, which was kind of like a galaxy. And I recently, before quarantine, had like multicolored hair. So it was like fuchsias and teals and purples and green and yellow. So it was definitely like a rainbow, but minus the red. So and adding in fuchsia and different tones of purple and then like a teal color. It's kind of basically my hair looked like my background. It looked just like it. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Those colors specifically, actually. So I like to play around a lot with that. So I just thought that was really funny. The reason I call myself a unicorn is one, I've just always been obsessed with like all things 80s. I'm an 80s baby. Um, and I really like fanciful things and magical things and things like fairies and mermaids. And I love mermaids and I love unicorns. I love fairies. Um, Believe in yourself, unleash your inner unicorn. But that's real. Like if I was just talking about how this person was all distraught and they couldn't make a, you know, decision. But if you are really in yourself, when you are really being your most authentic self, I'll use my sister's words. When you are being your most authentic self, you become beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing nothing special. I move the way that I feel according to me and my energy. And that's it. I just care about humans and I like magical things. Remove the limiting labels you are wearing. This might have been why this person was so distraught, right? We are so self conscious of our own selves. And we are so ready to be super defensive when people state things or say things because people are nasty. Let me tell you what, humans can be nasty. Humans don't think about what that reaction is. They don't think about the triggers. They about to just people just walking around triggering each other. Just trigger. First of all, we all need therapy. Okay? You gotta follow something. You gotta have some type of foundation. You have to have an outlet. You have to have a safe space. Removing the limiting labels you're wearing. But that's also funny because remember I was just explaining to you guys the age of Aquarius. And that most of what is supposed to happen is eventually there will be no labels. This is the theory of age of Aquarius. So that there will be no labels. I feel like we're already moving to that. I feel like the LGBTQ plus community, the really is the babies. Like really is the really, really young millennials or whatever generation they are. I don't even can't even keep up with all the generations at this point. They consider us elder millennials and zennials because we had an analog childhood and a technology-based adulthood. But part of the reason that we're in the epidemic, not the pandemic, well, part of the reason we're in the issue with the pandemic too is the labels, is the political sides of it, is the beef with one side versus the other side instead of like actually just caring about people breathing properly and not dying, you know? So I kind of look at it like this is where it's going. It's just we're not there yet. Like I understand that people get frustrated about labels. Like I used to be one of those people though. Like I really am not a really fond of the labeling thing. Like I do understand why we have to do it for safety reasons or medical reasons for like in the mental health field and things like that, right? But everything else, like I don't care. I don't care if you identify as a boy, a girl. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I really don't care what race you are. I really don't care what religion you are. I really don't care. I mean, like, it just doesn't seem that important. Because I've had conversations with many different types of people, randomly, not necessarily people I would normally hang with. And I've had great conversations, you know what I'm saying? And I just really don't think about it. I don't like to put people in those boxes. Now, if I'm trying to identify a behavior or something like that, I might say something. But that's just one because I'm living in a family of educators and mental health professionals. So that's just habit. Let me see if I can pull one more card. Commit to self-care rituals. So yeah, that was spot on. Self-care. If you don't understand what that means, then you're not doing it. No, but the reality of it is that it just means taking a little time out of the day or weekend, a couple of days, whatever you can do to balance yourself. It's about keeping our balance. That masculine and feminine balance is serious, y'all. Like I know when my energy is more on one side than the other, you know. I know when there are people who bring certain energies out of me, like as far as keeping up with their energy. And I think we have to be very careful about that because people got triggers. I would do the bottom. This is the messenger protocol. Fine. So, hello. Oh, I can. Did you have a actual question, or do you want me to just see if I can pull energy for you? Okay. Mm. Mm. Okay. Well, I pulled this guy. He's super cute. Love that you are different, which he is very different. That's funny. I was just talking about that with the unicorn thing. Love that you are different. And the other card was focus and then act. Okay, first of all, I just gave this explanation to somebody earlier today because this is super important. Do not react or act without focusing that intention. Should I be sure of what to do? Okay, well, the focus part was kind of funny. Let me see. Okay, I'll be able to pull that from here. Let's see. It shows something missing, but I'm sure it's signs are a funny thing. I will tell y'all that. I'm always trying to figure that out. Mm. So when I asked specifically about your person, know your fears. Interesting. Love without condition. So this is interesting. I would say focus on it. If the signs feel good to you, and I really mean good, like if they feel like signs and not little tiny breadcrumbs. There's a difference, you know? But you're welcome. Hello, Esther. Okay, let me see. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. So, Esther, interesting. Say protect the wild and green, which is such a weird card when I get that. I'm gonna read what it says from here. Some of these oracle cards I really like the information they have for protect the wild and green. So you are a guardian of the earth and all who share it. The trees, the animals, birds, insects, ocean blue. It's a time to play an active role in protecting and preserving the wild and the green by being aware of and limiting your impact upon the natural world. This world is not yours to possess. It is a gift given to you and your children. Tread lightly, tread with care, and walk with love. Remember, your relationship with the world is a symbolic one. And the other card I got for you, Esther, was trust in magic, which usually means success. Magic is the mysterious and is coincidental, is at the heart of those moments of synchronicity and knowing. It is woven into the awareness that there is more to life than what you can see. It is born of that moment when you step without fear and with loving heart into the void. Voice your desires and have great spirit send his messengers to show you the way. Trust in magic. It is real and it surrounds you. So, what I will say is if disappointment is something you have manifested and you want, if you actually claim that, then it will go the way that you need to. That is pretty much what both of those cards said. So, yep. Someone like pull one more card for the collective. Mm. One more card for the collective. I have you. Mm. See yourself in nature, collective. You're welcome, Esther. So it's a lot of earth energy. So, like all these cards, the last 4 or 5 cards have been about nature. So see yourself in nature. That's funny. I was just told that I need to go outside, but it's hot. I want to go outside. Judy, I want to go outside, but it's hot. I don't like it. And be without malice. I like that they said be without malice, but they put like this super creepy lady. Right? But that's super important. Revenge, horrible intentions, bad intentions, negative intentions. It is super important that we keep our intentions very clear. It is super important that we always have light in our intentions. When you start carrying dark thoughts into your intentions and setting goals and claiming things for you, you know, it's not fun. You don't want to play with the universe that way. It's super dangerous. So anything you do, make sure you have good intentions when you set them. Okay. No, I want one more card. I really love these cards. I like how the one more card is like 8 more cards. New deck. Okay. Then I can. Two messages stuck together. I just gave y'all that assignment. So spirit is funny. So I was really nervous today, and I don't know why I was nervous. I do these on my IG all the time. I just had never really done it on YouTube, and also I do a live chat with my business partner, my best friend. So I don't know why this made me nervous. I'm trying to be very responsible when it comes to messages and spirituality and things like that. But this said, write down your goals and dream big. I was just told to do that, but a couple of my friends I just told to do that. And I tell a lot of my clients to do that as a creative consultant. Like, it's super important that you write those down. But also, remember I was talking about setting your intentions, right? Look for the signs and synchronicity. Which card was that? Because I was like, this is really about signs. Oh, the one that was about to find something in the green and the wild. So look for the signs and synchronicities. Some people see numbers. Some people see animals. A bird might pop up to remind you of somebody, a squirrel, a butterfly. I get weird signs. Like recently, I've been a lot of dragonfly things have been coming up, and then I forgot that when I bought this background, I forgot it was a dragonfly. So I just totally forgot. And what's crazy, I just looked. This orchid right here, this yellow orchid, there's an orchid on my wall that I drew, painted, in probably one of the darkest times of me growing up in high school. I was not good when I did that, but my mom has always really liked that picture because she said it just seemed very hello Shaw. So it's funny, but it's the exact same flower, y'all. It's so crazy. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it and like post it later because that is crazy. How did I never notice that? First of all, this has been up here for like a couple weeks. So I just had never noticed that until that moment that for the signs and synchronicities. And then I'm just talking about being nervous. But I don't know why I was nervous. I think it's nervous because it was my thing. Like, it's me. I'm responsible for it. I like to be very responsible. Period. I like to be responsible, especially because of what I do. So I don't want to leave people out here and they out here taking this serious. This is why we explain that it is for entertainment purposes, because anything you do, even if you go to therapy, you still have to use your better judgment. Sure. Did you have a particular question, or would you just like a oracle card message? Like, and right now, since I'm just beginning, not beginning in my journey, but beginning in doing more videos. And 2 cards fell out. That's so funny. People keep getting that card. The first card was love that you are different. People are really getting this card right now. And wash away your burdens. It's interesting that those two are together like that. I tell people that all the time, and I was just talking about trauma and things like that, but those things that we stressed about, sometimes they just not worth you stressing. You know? I want to pull, let's see what comes with this. No, that's weird. That goes with it too. It says be bold and don't be afraid to stand out. Which is interesting because you first got love that you are different, wash away your burdens, and be bold, don't be afraid to stand out. You're welcome. So, everyone, I will probably be on probably later tonight. I need to eat something. But I believe I will be on because I'm gonna probably do back-to-back videos for the zodiac signs, at least for maybe not a daily, maybe a weekly reading for each sign. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of introduce myself to YouTube for the readings because I'm already doing other stuff. I just wanted to introduce this channel and just give you guys a little motivation for the day. So I think that's it, guys. I was talking about cards all over the bed now. So yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have an amazing day. Bye.